Hey Jim, Jared here. Appreciate your patience. Finally just got internet back at the house. Definitely wanted to shoot this over to you. This is the video in regards to last Monday at HockeyTown on the 24th, where we removed the white player for intent to injure. Wanted to get this video to you, and before I continue, I want to let you know that this video is designed specifically just for you. This will not get out to anybody else. This are type of videos that we do now for our officials when we see situations where we think it can benefit the official to see and to grow and hopefully, utilize it for future games to better the experience for the players, your partner, and keep yourself safe. So I'm going to show you this video, and I'm going to stop at certain points and give you a couple things here and there. And then we'll stop where we get to the interaction between you and the player, where we think it could be handled better. And we'll give you, again, our 2 cents here. And again, if you have any questions after this, please feel free to give me a call or shoot me questions via email. Just watching this and then, nothing out of it. That's definitely not what we're looking for here. I want you to, ask questions, make sure that you fully understand what we're getting at, and make this a positive experience, not a negative one. So let's get through this 30-second clip here. The play is going to be dumped into the zone. You're currently R2, and you'll be popping in right here. So I'm going to stop right here. So the first thing that Austin and I recognized when watching this video is Mark Foley is currently R1, but for some reason Mark Foley is not down at the goal line. Why he did not get down there, I don't know why. This is something that we'll speak to him about. But what I want to make sure is you recognizing that he is in trouble here and to start skating towards the blue line to offer him the opportunity to swing out and become R2, and you can get down to the goal line as no one's down your lane to switch and take his coverage. What I would prefer you doing here in this situation as R2 is to take 5 feet out, maybe be at the top of the referee's crease, no further than the top of the words Elite 9. That would give us better presence to the players versus being too far away and not being able to sell a call if need be. Continuing on, this is where I think we should have swung and communicated with Mark, hey Mark, get out of here, and then you could have gone down. But we continued on. Mark made it out without getting injured, which is fantastic, and we move on to watching number 7 about to cross-check Black. Great call. Great call. You have it. You saw it. That's exactly what we want there. You found the secondary play as Mark followed the puck. Your hands up in the air. Again, I think I would prefer you a little further up north here around the E9 region. You'd give presence to all the players. We continue on. Boom. Awesome. This is fantastic right here, Jim. I love that you call your penalty. You blow the whistle right away. There's no reason for this game to continue. We now just found white for 2 penalties, and this is definitely more than a minor. No longer allowed to play the game. Kill it, and you immediately start skating towards him. 100% what we're looking for here. What we're not looking for, unfortunately, is the next steps, and I want you to watch how you skate towards him and what you do. So great. You skated directly towards the player that's the problem. The problem that we have is that you put your hands on him to grab him. We need to remember that the players aren't allowed to touch the referees, and it goes the same way back. Referees should not be touching the players. What I would prefer you to do here is to skate towards him the way you do, and I would rather you shield him and let him know to get off the ice immediately while communicating with the black team to get away from him because they already have the penalty and don't ruin it by doing something stupid. By doing that, you no longer need to put your hands on this player and cause this player to get emotionally wrapped up into the event and to push you back. I think that if you don't touch the player here and you just surround him and get him out of there, he doesn't put his hands on you. And I think that's something that power play noticed and did not, and a reason why I should say why power play dropped the abusive officials call on your behalf, because you first put your hands on him. So great. He recognizes now it's time to leave, and we continue on with this. I'll continue it for a couple seconds here. So the last thing I just want to share here is, before we get to the referee's crease, let's make sure that all the players on the ice are watched, and we make sure we get them back to the benches and away from each other. The last thing we want is to turn our back and start reporting a penalty, and then they start doing stupid shit, and then you have a bigger issue to worry about, okay? What I think we should do here is take a deep breath, take a second. You and Mark get the players away from one another. Get Mark into the referee's crease. Let's have a conversation. Make sure that we're both on the same page with what we have. Make sure Mark doesn't have anything different, because the last thing we want to do is start reporting and then Mark tells you something and then we have to go back and report something different. Let's make sure we communicate these things. Make sure we get it all written down, and then we can continue on. Overall, I think you did a fantastic job here. You had the original cross-check, and then you had the major match penalty. I think this is great. I think that the only thing we need to be changing here is how we approach the players. If you have any questions on this, please feel free to reach out to me. I do want to let you know, again, that this video is private between you and I, but there will be a video recorded about this scene that will be shared with everybody else. Obviously, no names will be attached to this, but we need to make sure that all other officials see this and recognize that we do not want to be putting our hands on players. So again, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I hope you understand where I'm coming from here, and if you have any questions on what I'm bringing up to you, please reach out to me. Be more than happy to speak with you about it. Thanks, buddy.